Hey, and welcome to this deep dive. You know how it is with online shopping these days. It's lightning fast, loads of
Oh,
choices.
yeah, absolutely. Speed is everything.
But it's not just about, snagging that perfect thing. What really seems to make or break the experience is the service.
Totally agree. Service counts for a lot.
And smack dab in the middle of that service, it's knowing exactly where your order is, from that moment you click buy all the way to your doorstep.
That's right. Order tracking in e-commerce, it's really gone from being a nice little perk to the absolute baseline. It's what people expect now.
Right.
When businesses keep you in the loop about your deliveries, they're doing, well, more than just moving boxes around. They're actually handing over a sense of security, control even.
Okay, so when we talk about e-commerce order tracking, it's not just that long string of letters and numbers they email you, is it? What's the bigger picture?
Yeah, good question. Think of it more like the digital roadmap for your purchase.
Okay, like a GPS.
Yeah.
Exactly, like a GPS for your package. It's the system that gives you a peek behind the curtain at each stage, processing, shipping, right up to the final delivery.
hmm
And you're spot on. It's way beyond just a tracking number. A really effective system, it proactively sends updates. It keeps you informed about any potential bumps in the road, too.
Right, like delays.
Delays, yeah. That feeling of, okay, I know it's happening, it really takes the edge off waiting. It's less stressful.
Definitely.
And those positive feelings, they absolutely play a big role in whether you'll, shop with that business again. Builds loyalty.
Absolutely. There's nothing worse than that post-purchase black hole feeling, just silence.
Crickets. Yeah.
But when you get those little nudges, your order has shipped, it's out for delivery,
Right.
it just makes the whole thing feel smoother,
Yeah.
managed.
Exactly.
So why has this become such a make or break factor? Why is it so incredibly important now?
Well, let's start with the most basic thing, customer happiness, or maybe avoiding customer stress.
Picture this. You order that cool new gadget you've been wanting, you're super excited, and then nothing. Silence.
Really?
No updates, no idea if it's even left the warehouse yet. It's just a recipe for buyer anxiety, isn't it?
Totally. You start wondering if you got scammed or something.
Right. And the numbers, they really back this up.
Yeah.
Get this. A staggering 97% of customers now expect real-time updates on their purchases.
97%. Wow, that's practically everyone.
It really is.
Mhm.
So by keeping you informed, businesses aren't just delivering a product, they're delivering, like, peace of mind, confidence, that feeling of they've got this.
Confidence, yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Precisely. And here's another angle, maybe one businesses think about more directly. A solid order tracking system can seriously lighten the load on customer service.
Ah, okay. How so?
Well, just think about the sheer volume of "where's my order?" questions those Wismo inquiries support teams deal with every single day.
Oh, I can only imagine. It must be a flood of emails, calls, chat messages. Exactly, it's relentless. But by automating those tracking notifications, sending updates, automatically you significantly cut down that tidal wave of basic inquiries.
Makes sense.
And this frees up your support team. They can actually tackle the more complex issues, the things that need a human touch,
Right, the trickier problems.
which not only lowers operational costs, fewer calls mean lower costs, but it also leads to a less stressed, happier, and frankly more effective support staff. It's a direct hit on efficiency.
So fewer frantic customer emails means happier customers and a happier, more focused support team. That's a really tangible benefit right there.
Absolutely. It's a win-win.
What else makes this so vital? There's more. Right?
Oh, yeah. It's a huge cornerstone for building trust and long-term loyalty.
Trust, okay.
Hmm.
How does tracking tie into trust?
Well, think about it. In the often, pretty impersonal world of online shopping, transparency is golden.
When a business proactively shares updates, and this includes the good news, like it shipped early, and the bad news, like a heads up about a small delay,
Yeah.
it signals reliability.
Right. It shows they're not hiding anything.
Exactly. It shows they value your business enough to keep you in the loop, that you matter.
That proactive communication really says, hey, we're on top of this and we value you. It definitely builds confidence in the whole process.
It really does. And the impact on loyalty is actually pretty dramatic. Some studies show that when customers feel respected and informed during shipping, they are 4 times more likely to buy from you again.
4 times.
Yep. And not just buy again, but also recommend your brand to friends and family. That kind of word of mouth, that repeat business, that's gold for any company.
Wow, 4 times. That's a seriously powerful statistic. Okay, so we've got happier customers, lower costs, and this massive boost in trust and loyalty. What's another advantage? Maybe something businesses don't always connect directly to tracking.
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting, I think. It's about the data. The data generated by the tracking system. It becomes incredibly valuable.
Data. How so?
It opens doors for really personalized communication. Think about it. Once an order has been delivered, you have solid proof of what that specific customer bought. You know their preferences, at least partially.
Ah, okay, so you know they bought, say, running shoes.
Exactly. And this allows for highly targeted follow-ups. So for the person who bought running shoes, maybe you send a personalized offer for moisture-wicking socks a week later, or maybe a discount on their next pair of shoes.
Ah, that makes perfect sense. You're striking while the iron's hot, right? Capitalizing on their recent purchase and showing you actually understand their interests. Way better than just a generic blast email that goes to everyone.
Precisely. Much more effective. And it's not just limited to after delivery.
Oh,
Even while an order is still on its way, you could potentially suggest complementary items based on what they just bought, or maybe their past buying history if you have it.
interesting. Like, hey, saw you bought that camera, need a memory card. Well, they're still excited about it arriving.
Exactly like that. These timely, relevant suggestions, they can nudge people to add more to future carts. It can lead to larger average order values and ultimately increased revenue.
So it's not just logistics then, it's actually a really smart marketing and sales tool woven into the customer journey.
You got it. It's about enhancing the whole experience.
Okay, this is all making a ton of sense. So for a business listening, how do they actually do this? How do they set up a really effective winning order tracking system? Where's the starting point?
Right, the practical side. Well, the first critical step is making sure it connects smoothly, integrates well with their existing e-commerce
Like
setup.
online store platform, you mean?
Yeah, exactly. Whether they're using popular platforms like, say, Shopify, which has built-in tools and tons of apps for this,
Right.
or maybe open source options like WooCommerce or Magento.
Mhm.
The good news is that integrating robust tracking capabilities is generally quite accessible these days. Often, it doesn't require, like, massive amounts of complex coding.
So it's not like you need a whole team of developers just for tracking.
Not usually, no. Especially with the main platforms. It makes providing those real-time updates we talked about much easier. Think of these platforms as the foundation. You can build your tracking system right on top pretty easily.
That's really good to know. Definitely lowers the barrier to entry. Okay, so platform integration is step one. What's the next key piece?
Partnering with dependable courier services. This is paramount.
Delivery companies.
Yep. Because, let's be honest, not all delivery companies offer the same level of tracking detail or, frankly, accuracy.
True. Some are definitely better than others.
Choosing partners who are known for providing comprehensive, reliable, and timely updates is crucial. It's about safeguarding your brand's reputation, really.
Because the courier is representing your brand at that point.
Yes, exactly. You need a delivery service that gets how important keeping your customers informed is, just as much as you do. It reflects directly on you.
That makes perfect sense. Your tracking system is only as good, only as reliable as the information feeding into it from your delivery partners.
Precisely.
Okay, so seamless platform integration, check. Reliable couriers, check. What else is essential for a top-notch system?
Well, something that can really streamline things, especially as you grow, is embracing order management software,
Yeah.
an OMS.
OMS. Okay, what does that do?
Think of an OMS as kind of like mission control, or the central hub for your entire fulfillment process.
Mission control for logistics. I like that.
Yeah, it integrates all these different aspects, everything from managing your stock levels, your inventory,
Okay.
to overseeing the actual shipments and automating those customer notifications we keep talking about, all within one single system.
Wow. Okay. That sounds powerful.
It really can be. Now, there are different types of OMS out there, from fairly basic ones to more advanced systems with fancy features like predictive analytics.
Right.
But the core benefit, the main thing, is getting that centralized view of your whole operation. It helps cut down errors massively and improves overall efficiency. It becomes your logistical control tower, your nerve center.
So an OMS is like the brain, keeping everything connected, automated. Sounds like a huge help, especially when a business starts scaling up and things get
It's
complex.
definitely a sanity saver as you grow.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's the final key? We've got the tech, the partners. What else makes a tracking system successful?
It really just boils down to communication, consistently talking to your customers.
Keep talking. Don't go silent.
Exactly. Silence after they've hit buy and spent their money. That breeds uncertainty, even anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
Sending regular proactive updates. Use email, SMS, maybe even push notifications if you have an app. It reassures them. It shows their order is moving, it's progressing.
Mm-hmm.
And also, offering easy-to-find self-service tracking options, like a dedicated page on your website or maybe built into your app. That empowers them. They can check whenever they feel the need without having to contact you.
Giving them control.
Yes. The bottom line is, you just want to avoid that feeling that their order has vanished into some kind of void after checkout. Keep the connection alive.
Right. Keep those lines of communication open. It builds trust, keeps everyone happy. Okay, so we've really unpacked what it is, why it's so critical, and the key steps to setting it up. What's the ultimate payoff? What's the big benefit for businesses that really truly nail their order tracking?
The rewards are pretty substantial, actually. First off, you'll definitely see that increased transparency and trust we talked about.
Which leads to happier customers.
Happier, more loyal customers, exactly. You're also likely to see fewer returns and cancellations,
Oh, why fewer returns?
because a lot of anxiety and frustration comes from uncertainty. If people know where their stuff is and roughly when it'll arrive, they're less likely to panic and cancel or return it out of sheer annoyance when it finally shows up late and unexpected.
Ah, that makes sense. Managing expectations reduces friction?
Right. Beyond that, the real-time data you gather from tracking gives you incredibly valuable insights into your actual logistics performance.
How so?
You can spot bottlenecks. Maybe one courier is consistently slower in a certain region, or packages get stuck at a specific sorting center. You can see patterns
And then fix them.
and then optimize your processes. Exactly.
Yeah.
Choose better routes, different partners maybe, and ultimately just providing that seamless, informative tracking experience, it gives you a significant competitive edge.
Yeah, it definitely sets you apart.
It transforms shipping from just, a necessary logistical function into a positive part of the whole customer interaction. It becomes part of your brand experience.
It really does sound like a strategic investment then. Not just a cost center, but something that improves the entire customer journey.
That's the perfect way to put it.
Now, you mentioned earlier some specific tools that businesses might use. Could you give us a little more insight into a couple of those examples?
Sure. So for businesses looking for a really robust, widely compatible tracking solution, Aftership is a popular name.
Aftership.
Yeah, they integrate with a huge network. I think it's over 700 carriers around the world. And it's generally known for having a pretty user-friendly interface. Makes it easy to manage.
700 carriers, wow. Global reach.
Definitely. Then you have companies like ShipBob. They offer something a bit different, more comprehensive.
How so?
ShipBob provides warehousing, actual fulfillment, picking and packing and shipping services, in addition to their tracking capabilities. So it's more of an end-to-end logistics partner for some businesses.
Right, a broader logistics solution that includes tracking.
Exactly. And another one is Parcel Lab. Their focus is really specific, enhancing that post-purchase communication.
The messaging part.
Yes. They allow businesses to create highly customized, branded messages that go out at each stage of the delivery. So the emails or texts really look and sound like they're coming directly from your brand, not some generic courier update.
Making it feel more personal, more integrated.
That's the idea. More on brand.
Those sound like really useful options, definitely catering to different needs and business models. Now, one name that popped up in the source material was Adrentech Tracking. What's their specific angle? What makes them stand out?
Right, Adrentech. They seem to position themselves as more than just a tracking tool. They really emphasize the experience aspect of it all.
An experience platform, maybe?
Yeah, something like that. A key differentiator seems to be their focus on highly customizable notifications, allowing brands to tailor the look, feel, and, importantly, the voice of those updates to match their unique brand identity.
So the tracking messages sound like your brand, not just a robot.
Exactly. They also make a point about seamless integration, not just with the big, common e-commerce platforms, but also with like bespoke or custom-built systems, which can be crucial for some businesses.
Oh, okay. So more flexibility on the integration side.
Seems so. And they offer global multi-carrier tracking, which is obviously vital if you ship internationally. Plus, they provide pretty detailed analytics on delivery performance.
Analytics to help businesses improve.
Yeah, to help them see what's working, what's not, and continuously fine-tune their logistics and delivery experience based on real data.
So it sounds like Adrentech is really leaning into making that whole post-purchase communication phase a direct extension of the brand itself, like a marketing opportunity almost.
Exactly. Their whole approach seems to be about leveraging every single touch point,
Mm.
even boring shipping updates, to strengthen that customer relationship and build brand affinity.
Right.
They even have this call to action mentioned. Let's talk about Adrentech tracking, which really underlines that proactive, customer-focused mindset they're promoting.
Turning tracking into a conversation.
Yeah. They aim to help businesses not just meet, but actually exceed customer expectations during that really crucial delivery phase, staying ahead of the curve.
Interesting. Okay, so to kind of wrap this all up, bring it all together, it seems crystal clear that in today's e-commerce world, effective order tracking isn't just, a nice to have feature anymore.
Oh, absolutely not. It's fundamental. It's table stakes.
It's a requirement for success, basically.
Totally. Customers have absolutely come to expect that transparency. They want those timely updates. They need the reassurance that their purchase is actually on its way and things are under control.
Yeah, that peace of mind we talked about.
And when businesses prioritize this, when they really invest in a well-implemented tracking system, the benefits just ripple out. They touch the entire customer life cycle,
We're talking about fostering trust, building that deep, sticky loyalty.
turning satisfied customers into actual advocates, people who recommend you.
Right. And ultimately, increasing their long-term value to your business. It
Yeah.
really does sound like investing in the right tracking system isn't just an expense, it's a strategic move.
Absolutely. It pays dividends down the road.
It builds relationships that drive future growth.
Precisely. As the thinking goes, track smart, deliver better.
Hmm.
That really helps you win bigger in this incredibly competitive e-commerce space.
Track smart, deliver better, win bigger. I like that. So, a final thought maybe for everyone listening. As you reflect on your own online shopping experiences, maybe think about this. How well are the businesses you buy from actually meeting these tracking expectations we've discussed today?
Good question. Do you feel informed, reassured?
And for those of you running e-commerce businesses, maybe consider what's one key improvement you could make, just one thing to enhance that crucial post-purchase journey for your customers.
Yeah, because remember, understanding this, implementing effective order tracking,
Yeah.
it's not a one-and-done thing. It's an ongoing process. Constant refinement, adaptation, especially in the fast-moving world of online retail.
Hmm. Absolutely. Well, this has been really insightful. Thanks for diving deep with us today.